Morning everyone, welcome back to the farm. So there is about a ton of oats there. I'm gonna just put half a ton in roughly first. We'll seed that out and make sure my calibration is relatively okay. I don't want to go out and it's going out way too light or way too heavy, and then I'll make a bit of a mess of the situation. So we'll just do one bag at a time. It was quite a cool, damp morning this morning. There was almost a bit of fog about, but it has cleared up quick, and as usual, that sun is still very warm. But anyway, we'll get some scales out and some buckets and we'll run a calibration. Alright, I'll get the screen on oats, the seed controller on oats and in calibration mode. And I don't think I have ever seeded oats before in my life. This will be the first time. We would have grown oats when I was a kid, but just kicked them to the curb. Whatever point, I can't remember, but Dad just said if you're going to feed sheep oats, you might as well just feed them cardboard. So we just went to barley for everything. Feeding sheep, even sometimes baling hay or whatever. So I don't know, I guess oats probably do make better hay, but yeah, just we're not really in the hay game, so probably no point in us continuing with it. And of course then it's just another commodity you have to store and grow and all this other stuff. So anyway, the last calibration on this, the oats were heavier than that Kraken barley seed I just seeded. So there you go. And to start calibration, let's do it. So calibration dial's all the way over on 100%. That means that actuator's at full speed. It wants to know exactly how much product it's putting out per revolution. So let's do it. I think every paddock I've been in over here has had these big power lines going through, and man, they are noisy. Good thing about it not raining is the weather has been just super calm lately. Makes it really easy to do calibrations and stuff like that when you haven't got things blowing around all over the place. Well, this calibration is going to come out very similar because it thinks that I've put out 10.895 kilos and I've put out 10.825. So that's pretty easy. Alright, that's done. Well, that would be nice, wouldn't it? But I'll believe it when I see it. Alright, I am basically out of seed. I got exactly 10 hectares done, which would mean it was going out at about 50 kilos to the hectare, which is exactly what he wants in here, so I'm happy with that. Needless to say, it's all looking pretty good. I've got about 10 hectares left in here now, so we should get it done on that. But I've got to put that there bag in, and we'll continue on. I think unfortunately I'm probably going to run out of fertiliser with only a few hectares to go, but that's just the way it rolled. That's the way it worked out. I was hoping I might get there, but it's, yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. So there's no fertiliser in the truck either, so I'll have to run back home. It's only 5 minutes away, it's not too far, but yeah, it's going to make the day drag out a bit longer if I've got to do that. Anyway, back to it I suppose. I kind of didn't mind, well I kind of wanted to let the fertiliser run right down because yeah, after we've done this we'll have to swap back to our fertiliser again, so but we'll be done here, so there'll be no more stuffing around with that. Well, I need enough fertiliser to do about 3 hectares, so we'll have to run back and get that. What are you doing, you little rascals?
My little Bruno, Daddy.
Hey, what are you guys doing? Had myself a quick lunch break before I top up with fertiliser and head back. I only had a water bottle with me and that's all I've had all day, so it's time for a little caffeine and some food. In true fashion, you know, I ran a little bit in there thinking I only need a couple 100 kilos, but I've probably put 300 or 400 kilos in there. Anyway, that's all good. Let's go get this done. So to add insult to injury, I think I'm going to run out of oats. Which is no big deal because it's just feed. It'll only be a hectare or so. I've just got some barley in the truck, we'll just chuck that in and get him done. That's why I didn't pack the truck up or take it out the paddock. So I had a feeling I was going to be about a hectare short. The other problem is on his maps he's got this paddock listed as 22 hectares and I think I've already done 23, so calibration on the oats was fine. It's just, yeah, I'm going to make it a couple more hectares than what he has written down, and there might be a couple of reasons for that. Maybe the paddock size he's got isn't quite right, or it just could be a bit of extra overlapping on my behalf because I haven't seeded this paddock before, I haven't had it mapped. So it might be, you know, turning the seeder on and off maybe a little bit too soon or too late, and then that accounts for a little bit of extra covered ground, but that's the way it goes. But yeah, I should have only got 20 hectares out of the oats. I got about 22, so did wind the rate down slightly just to account for this situation, but yeah, it didn't work out. Okay, no worries. Thanks for the call. Alright, cheers, bye. This is all I got left here really, just this headland. We'll get that done and then we're finished, finally. Alright, we're done. We're going to have a boundary there now. I might run back in the ute and see if I can get someone to give me a hand to shift some gear. Let's go back and start cleaning some things out. It is super nice to be done with that contracting job now, because I mean any farmer who's done it would know if you're doing little bits and pieces like that, you know, 30 hectares of barley, 40 hectares of cracking barley, 20 hectares of oats, you know, just little bits and pieces like that when you're constantly swapping and changing and calibrating and all this sort of stuff. It is time consuming stuff, so it's out the way now, which is, yeah, a huge relief. We can hopefully knuckle down and get on one thing and go. But the next project is peas. We've just got one paddock of peas to go in up at the new block, so I think we're going to race up there, knock that off, and then we will hopefully just be around here, around home, for a fair while after that. Still got to clean a bit of barley out, but that can wait till the morning. I'll see you guys then. Absolutely cracking morning this morning, but it is cold. We are so close to that first frost of the year at the moment. So there is a video doing the rounds on social media in South Australia at the moment, and I might add pretty heavily doing the rounds, and it's Nicola Centofanti reading out a letter that was penned to the South Australian Premier. Now, the woman who wrote the letter is also off of a farm, from a farming family, and in the letter she's detailing the tragic loss of another farmer who has decided to take his own life amidst the drought and the life pressures going on at the moment. She's also detailing just the severity of the drought, and all she actually asked for in the letter was for the Premier to acknowledge that we're in drought and just to declare that we're in drought. It doesn't seem like it's that hard of a thing to do at the moment, given how tough things are out here, but for some reason the people in charge still choose to not acknowledge what's going on out here, and it just blows my mind. And you know, there is a pressure in farming that is just, it is insidious and it is relentless. And I said to Stace last night, I wonder how many people out there at the moment are just hanging on by a thread. It's scary to think, honestly. Declare the damn drought. Hang in there, legends. It'll rain again one day. It's just a matter of whether we all survive until that point, honestly. So I've got somewhere between 50 and 100 kilos of barley left in the front there, but it's got a few oats and crap in it as well. So just up from this lot of trees that we've had planted here, we've just got that little bit on the side of the road. We normally run some, like, something in there for feed anyway, so I'll just run up there quickly and yeah, run this air seeder out. No sense putting that stuff back in a bin, we'll just get rid of it. Let's see if we can get Old Faithful here going. The peas are in here, so we'll have to. Absolutely love to restore this old truck. That would be cool, but I'll probably never have the money in my lifetime. But yeah, she's been here since the day she was bought. It was a big truck when we first got it. At least that's what I'm told, because it was way before my time, but apparently, yeah, this was a big truck. Right, calibration's done. Stacey and the kids were helping me clean out bins before last harvest, and we lost the clip off the bottom of the pin for the tow hitch. Well, look what I just found. Unreal. It's amazing what you find when you're not looking for it. We looked for it after we lost it, but we couldn't find it. How's that for being absolutely optimal? When we cleaned the peas, we only cleaned enough into the old red truck to fill the air seeder. and we put the rest into the tipper in like the Western Star, so we could road them up there. But look at that. Couldn't get it any more better, could you? Any more better? Couldn't get it any better. This rig is finally ready to go. So yeah, we got the tractor moved up there, and I forgot to take the camera with me. But anyway, we're filling up with some pre-emergent now. We're going to go up there and spray it, and then get stuck into seed.
Which word doesn't begin with N?
Got myself a little sidekick. Let's go do some spraying, hey, and then some seeding.
Dad, why is it cloudy over there and not cloudy over here? Fly, fly, fly your arm, drum, 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 drum. Why could I go with boys' tummy?
That's not how it works. The mums make the babies.
Why?
It's just the way nature works, darling.
Why?
It's like the girls' sheep on the farm, they make the lambs. The girl cows make the calves. The girl dogs make the puppies.
Oh, there's another one.
There goes a tractor seeding out there. And another one. Oh, and another one.
That's long.
So many tractors.
Where's the other tractor seat?
Oh, there's 3 right next to us seeding at the moment.
Hello.
3 to 4 hours in here, I reckon I'll have that air seeder pretty well empty in there, and I'll probably knock off for the day, and I'll come back tomorrow with the truck and put the last of the peas in and finish the last few hectares. About 20 minutes ahead of schedule, or where I thought I would be after I got the tractor up here, so that's good. Do a seed check in a minute and rip into it. Past gifts, eh? Look at that. Get out of here. Boy, does it look like I'm digging. There's still peas on top. It's always a problem with those seeding boots. They're so wide, they just push everything out of the furrow and kind of make it hard to bury stuff. See one tractor going just down on the other side of the dirt right there. There's one straight ahead of me there, another one up in the background there by the wind turbines. There's one going on the side of the hill here, and there was one going back behind me as well. So, and that wasn't even all the ones I saw going on the way over here. There was more than that. I think I counted about 6 or 7 all up. So, people are going for it now. Look, we got a couple of stragglers.
Hello, Lee. How's it going? Yeah, there's some action out here. Everywhere we looked around, there's like just crowds.
Party in the tractors, party in the tractors, party in the tractors, stomping about.
Is that the school bus coming?
The mayhem's over for now, and yeah, it was a full cab there for a hot little minute, so I am going to enjoy a bit of peace and quiet now, I think, and you could not get a better job to enjoy a bit of peace and quiet in the tractor. Seeding beans and peas. Man, I love it. Absolutely love it. You pretty much can't stuff it up, honestly. You can punch those things in 2.5 inches deep, and they'll still come out the ground. Big seed, good germinators. This soil here is working up awesome. Very different to the dirt that we have at home. I don't know what I'd call this, maybe a sandy clay, something like that. But yeah, it's just very friable. It's not coming up cloddy or anything like that, and it's all going in beautifully. So yeah, nothing left to do but maybe chuck on a podcast and sit back. I've done about 9.5 hectares there. Just had a look in the air seeder, did a crank check. Everything was looking good. I think the rate's looking pretty good. So yeah, we're going to keep pounding through this. Want to get at least another 20 hectares done tonight, and yeah, I might need a top up in the morning and finish off, but we'll see. There she goes, sun setting, or the sun has set on another day. One day closer to rain, baby. One day closer. We are under lights. Alright folks, I think I'm going to sign out for this episode. I might just swivel around this way so we got a bit better lighting in the studio here. I did hop out just before, did a quick crank check again, and hopped up, opened up the air seat and made sure the rate looked like it was still going out right, which everything looked really good. I did take the camera with me, but I didn't film apparently, so I just spoke to a vacant camera for a good 60 seconds out there. But the good news was I brought the camera back in here, I turned it on, put it on the seat, and filmed the roof of the tractor cab and myself burping. So silver linings, I guess. Anyway, with all that being said, I just wanted to give a huge shout out to each and every single one of you who watch the videos. Look, I appreciate it more than I can tell you. Every time you turn on one of these episodes and watch it, it's just like supporting a small business, honestly, because the little bit of revenue that we get from these videos might not be much, but it is a lot at the moment, and for that we are just very grateful, so thank you so much. Also a shout out to Market Check, video sponsor here. If you want any help with your grain marketing, I'll link all their info as usual. You can go and check them out. And that's all I got for you guys. So if you want to support the channel, you know what to do. If not, all good. You guys have yourselves a good one, and until next time, see ya.